family and friends will gather for a memorial service for little Khayalethu Magadla at his home in Dlamini in Soweto.
You'll remember the 6-year-old fell into a manhole while playing with his friends in that area last month. His body was then recovered at Eldorado Park Cemetery wastewater plant, and that was 3 weeks after his disappearance. Our reporter Ziniko Mhlaba is watching this story for us and joins us now live. The marquee is up there, Ziniko. I imagine a very somber mood there as we prepare for the memorial service to begin.
Ayanda, that's correct. We're here at Dlamini, where friends and family members and some organizations that have been supporting the family will be gathering here to remember the life and times of the late Khayalethu Magadla, a 5-year-old. He was 5 years old. He was 5 years old when he passed away. He would have turned 6 years on the 20th of June. So this morning we are here to just give you a sense of what we can expect during the memorial service, which is scheduled to start at 10 o'clock. I'll just step out of the camera so that my colleague Kolani can give you a sense of how the situation is. Well, right now it's just the organizers who are busy with making sure that everything is ready for 10 o'clock. We've been told that the family is still at the family house trying to prepare themselves to come here later on this morning. So it's been a very, very strategic, a very, very tough and very emotional week for the family. Must remember, as you said in your intro, that Ayanda, that his body was found 12 kilometers away from here near Eldorado Park. Remember that the city of Johannesburg has a sewage system that stretches for about 12,000 kilometers. So you can imagine the distance the search and rescue teams had to embark on between Dlamini and all the way to Eldorado Park, just to get a sense of how things are as far as the preparations are concerned and how the family has been doing since the discovery of the body. I'm going to bring in here Ukatle, who's also a community leader who's been very supportive to the family logistically and in many other ways. Katlego, thank you very much, Sisi, for taking time out to speak to us. To understand that you guys are still busy, but just give us a sense of how is the family doing at this point and how are the preparations going?
The family is strong, I would think, but obviously, you know, there are moments where you can see that they just need to be picked up, they need strength, so that's why we're here. We've been here for the past 3 weeks. We came in a few days after Kaya fell into the drain just to come and see them, and since then, you know, we've been coming in with different people to help them with different things. Even now, we decided to help them with the memorial service and the funeral as well as they go to the Eastern Cape, but they're okay, they're okay.
I mean, what do we know about the details of his death? We understand that his body was found in Eldorado Park, but is the family informed? What is the latest information as far as the actual cause of death and the circumstances around that?
Okay, I don't have all that information, but I did go to the site when he was found. His mother called me to say that he had been found about 10 minutes ago. I rushed here, and then we went to the site, so I was able to be a part of the recovery. And he was normal. There was nothing wrong, you know. There had been stories here that acid would have, you know, eaten him up. They won't recognize him. You know, people were saying really scary things to the family. But he was whole. You could recognize that it's Kaya. But obviously he had been in water long. So, you know, I mean, when you sit in a bath for a long time, you also become a bit, your skin becomes a bit lighter and a bit softer. And he was intact. His clothes are still on. His Vans are still on, which is why I'm also wearing Vans today. You know, and he was okay. It's just that it's sad, but I'm glad that they have closure, that they found him.
Give us a sense of the support the family has been getting. We understand that's been a very traumatic experience for them, not having answers and not having the body for almost 3 weeks. Has there been any sufficient emotional support to the family?
I would think emotional support will always be there, which is why we are also here. You know, I am a community leader from Deep Blue Zone 3, but I'm here in Dlamini, you know, under the leadership of Nhlanhla, because that's how I came here at first. But my only problem, and I regret that I have to say this, is that there hasn't been enough government support. City of Joburg came here, they did interviews and said that they would support the family with everything that they needed. And the only thing that they have offered support with is vegetables. So everything else has had to be a donation that comes from us and people that we spoke to. The ANC came in, the provincial secretary, Mr. TK Ngliza, he came in and he contributed, quite a lot. We've had donations from business people around here. The wreath laying ceremony is a donation from Mr. Mzandile Masina as well. So, excuse me, and the Rulani Mokoena Foundation, we've got Shop Maponya Mall is also helping, and just to name a few, and Nafupa, the Funeral Undertakers Association is also helping. So yeah, we've got help and support.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kakhla. So we've run out of time. We'll catch up with you a bit later on. That's Khayalethu, one of the community leaders who's been very involved in terms of preparing for this memorial service. So that's the situation, Ayanda, as I said earlier on, that the official program of this memorial service is still expected to kick off at 10 o'clock. We are expecting the city of Johannesburg officials led by the acting mayor to be also present here. So that's how things are here in Dlamini at this point, Ayanda.
Ziniko Mhlaba, live to us there from Soweto. Ziniko, for now, thanks very much indeed. Heartbreaking story that will certainly keep tracking for you as it continues to unfold.